Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Top Talent Tuesday, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. We are here with coffee with All for HR and Business Solutions, and we have a special guest today. And I am so excited, 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 excited. I hope you all are doing well, staying kind, and all of that good stuff. Make sure this isn't too loud. There we go. And so I am April Halliburton for All for HR and Business Solutions. If you don't know who I am a human resource business partner, consultant, and visionary. And so we are on with coffee this morning, and we are with the wonderful Miss Cherri Walston, who is a work-life balance mentor. This month is our HR topic is adaptive leadership. Okay. And so Miss Walton, Cherri, is it Cherri?
Cherri.
Cherri. Okay, I got it right. Is going to share some goodies. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit before we get started. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at All for HR, LinkedIn, All for HR Business Solutions, and Facebook at All for HR and Business Solutions. Oh, and don't forget to join our free Facebook group, which is HR Success Hub. Okay. And so let me tell you a little bit about Cherri and how she has impacted women's lives. So we're talking about adaptive leadership is the our topic we've been discussing all month. We've shared case studies and questions and tips and all kinds of great things. And so we're going to go a little bit in depth into adapting, the importance of adapting, being adaptive in this terrain, okay? Because adaptive leadership is something that really opens you up to be able to kind of pivot. Yep, that's that word again. Pivot quickly, and we we have to be able to be open, okay, and yeah, think out of the box, okay, because we're dealing with so many things in this business, in this climate, okay. And so Cherri is an distinguished, spit it out, hey, human resource development professional. And she has an impressive 19 years of experience that spans roles as a training manager, a corporate trainer, and leadership training and coaching. Okay. Her journey in the corporate world culminated in a pivotal transition in 2018 when she founded her HER Exit Solutions. This venture is Cherri's bold step. I love that. Toward empowering high achieving women leaders, entrepreneurs, and dynamic female go getters to embrace the power of saying no, okay, without feeling guilt. Her mission is to unlock their potential to accomplish more and achieve authentic work life harmony. As an inspirational speaker, and work life mentor, Cherri's influence extends beyond individual coaching. She is the visionary author of Her Exit Strategy, the Working Women's Freedom Plan to Live Your Big Vision, a manifesto for women aiming to redefine success on their own terms. Beyond her professional pursuits, she cherishes her personal time, finding joy in playing golf and indulging in soothing rhythms of smooth jazz and exploring new cultures through travel. Her multifaceted life reflects the very balance and fulfillment she advocates for in her work, making her not just a coach, but a living testament to the transformative power of strategic exit and personal rebirth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us, Miss Cherri. Get it
Yes.
right. Thank you for coming on and sharing some nuggets that I'm sure everyone is going to love. Um, and she took some busy time out of her schedule just for me,
Yes.
just for me and you. Her bio is simply represents what we all as women in this I don't know, what do we want to call it, when this in these challenging times, let's put it like
Yes.
that. Okay, these challenging times. And so what we want to talk about today, this thing is right above my face here, it's getting on my nerves, but okay, let's keep going, you guys. So Sheree, tell me, first of all, what's inspired your journey of teaching and empowering women to prioritize finding work-life balance?
Sure. Thank you so much, April, for having me here to share with you
Absolutely.
and your audience. Several things inspired me. The first thing, my mom, she's 87 now, and she's been an entrepreneurial woman for, probably over 40 years, ever
Oh,
since
bless
I
her
was
heart.
a kid. And she's still doing a little bit of work now. My mom is by trade is an interior decorator, and her specialty is women treatments. So my mom
Okay.
is very passionate about her work, and
Okay.
my mom worked a lot. She worked several different jobs before she really launched her business full time. And I
Okay.
see what my mom working all the time, never really taking time out for herself. And my mom
Okay.
raised, two kids. She was a single parent, and I feel she did a wonderful job. But there was this thing that I saw was missing from my mom. And I think this goes back from generation, from her mother. She came from a
Mm-hmm.
family of 10 children. And so she raised, her mother raised 10 children, nurtured all the children, and, taking care of the house and the kids. And so I don't think she saw self care either. So
Okay.
she will always make a statement saying there's always something to do. And she still says that to this day. So I never saw my mom really take breaks. And so as I began to move around in my career, and I
Mm-hmm.
started going on vacations, she would say little things like, "You're always going somewhere." Or if I'm relaxing, she may call and say, "Oh, I'm
Fixing
just
this.
relaxing." And so I know she would make a little dig, a little stab about. So, so I noticed, I paid attention to that
Okay.
she never really took time out for herself.
Okay.
And then another thing that inspired me was, working in the corporate sector and seeing women, struggling with balance and in their career and rearing children,
Mm-hmm.
and their idea of self-care is, taking bubble baths and having a glass of wine,
Mm-hmm.
going to the spa, and and sometimes Xanax, just to stay calm and keep it all together, and
Absolutely.
and pedicures, manicures. So, like a 45-minute fix, but that doesn't resolve the situation of the
Mm.
burnout, the overwhelm. And it's fine. I love to do those things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then
Mm-hmm.
dealing with my own personal transitions and dealing with overwhelm and stress and perfectionism,
Mm-hmm.
it led me into this work of helping women to integrate their success and
Mm-hmm.
well-being.
Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. And so you took something, the you looked at your mother and other women and the challenges that we are facing on a daily basis. And like you said, we look for these quick fixes, a glass of wine, a bubble bath. and things of that nature. And they may be, those are really band-aids,
Right.
right? Because after even when you take that little break,
Yeah.
it doesn't help. It's very temporary.
Right. You're back
Yeah.
in the same cycle again.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And so that is absolutely wonderful. It's something that is needed. Um, I'm one of the ones, like, I'll take a bubble bath and take a nap and be like, okay, let's go. So I certainly am right. I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, give me right. And I'm right. And
Right.
maybe a glass of wine. But yeah,
Yes.
and then I'm like, all right, let's hit it. Let's go. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
perfect, perfect. And so how important is the work that you do?
I feel it's important, as I'm talking about self-care as a temporary fix, and self-care looks different for everyone.
Yes.
But what I believe in and what I stand for is a holistic approach. Sometimes, self-care, people think like, oh, it's a luxury. I have no money to go to the spa, things like that. But I'm really focusing on the total package, the
Mhm.
physical, the mental, the emotional, the social, and the spiritual.
Mhm.
All those things are very important to a woman's longevity and
Yes.
success
Yes.
as leaders. So, I believe that the work comes from the self mastery. I was speaking to interviewing about 8 to 10 women. We had this conversation, and I was asking them questions. And the thing that came up a lot, the theme that I noticed with a lot of women is I don't have enough time. I
Mhm.
don't have enough time to, spend time with my family, to do the things that I enjoy.
Mhm.
And what I'm finding is it's really not about time, it's about self mastery.
Mhm.
Because we have all the tools. We have the apps and the Stephen Covey calendars, planners. When I first started out my career, I thought I was hot stuff. I had all my stuff laid out. And what I'm finding as years pass, that it's really about self-management,
Mhm.
how we manage our time. So my work is important because I want to show women and help them uncover the unconscious doing, the things that aren't in alignment with our goals, our vision, and who we are,
Mhm.
and not really setting healthy boundaries. It is the big thing. I'm hearing women saying, oh, you know what, I just love to help people. And what we find is those that who are people pleasers
Mhm.
love to help people. We like the praises. People say, oh, I can always count on you. Girl, you are so awesome. And so that feels good. And so
Mhm.
we want to continue helping and serving in a way sometimes that pulls us away from what we really need to be doing, the things that really matter to what it is that we really want. So we aren't saying no and to the things that really aren't in alignment with who we are and what we choose, want to show up, how we want to show up in our life. But we're saying yes to all these different things, all these shiny objects and opportunities that sound good and look good, but
Mhm.
they may not be in alignment. And I had to learn that personally.
Okay, okay. One moment, one moment. So when you think of that, you think of the self mastery and the people pleasing and things of those things. But one moment, please. And so you think of those things, and you know that there are times when it can come to a head,
Mhm.
and then there's that breakdown,
Exactly.
right? So how does fostering adaptability contribute to the integration of success and well-being of women in leadership?
That's a really question. Several things. It fosters it enhances resilience, because as women leaders, we will have setbacks, whether that's in our professional life and our personal life. I know I've had them in my career, and learning how to be resilient, when we do have those setbacks. And I think that's really important. How do we bounce back? There's a
Mhm.
book by, I think her name is Caitlin Donovan. I
Mhm.
think it's called Bounce Back Ability. I love that.
Mhm.
How do we have that bounce back ability?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when we're going through changes,
Yes.
and sometimes we have to sit with it
Yes. Absolutely.
first, process it,
Uh-huh.
and then we seek the strategy. Okay,
Exactly.
what do we need to do? So I think resilience is really important, to have that
Yes, it is.
bounce
Yes,
back
it is.
ability and setbacks.
Because it's hard.
It's really hard. It
Yes.
it can be challenging,
Yes.
but I think it's a mindset,
Mm-hmm.
to want to push forward.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm dealing with this, but you know what? I want to move forward. And
Exactly.
yeah, you talked about pivot.
Yeah.
We have to pivot sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make a change. And another way that it fosters adaptability is
Mm-hmm.
it promotes work life harmony.
Right.
And this is really about redefining success. What I think about success and what you probably think about success may be totally different.
Yes.
How do we define success for ourselves? Because it's
Absolutely.
easy to look at other women and look like, oh, they got it going on. They're doing all these things. They're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But their success may look different from yours. So you have to find that work life harmony and define what success is really, what it truly is for you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. And I like that you said that. It looks different from everybody for everyone, Cherie. That's
Mhm.
key right there.
Yes, and yes. And so sometimes I think we get caught up in comparison. Oh,
Yes.
she's doing this over there. I want to do that. But that might not be your path, and even your makeup,
Exactly.
so to speak.
Exactly.
And another way, it helps foster navigating with confidence. I think
Exactly.
I think that's so important for leaders, because when I think about times when I've been in the corporate sector, and companies were going through mergers.
Mm-hmm.
So as leaders, how do we help our teams
Mm-hmm.
really adapt to that change? And so that means that we have to show up with confidence, and
Exactly.
also have a vision, and help our team members, um, help them understand, yes, these are uncertain times, but here's what we're going to do. But we
Mm-hmm.
may have to make some adjustments along
Mm-hmm.
the way.
Right. And what's important is you have to be an example, because you have to not only walk the walk, I mean talk the talk, you have to walk the walk, because if people see you saying one thing, that your team seeing you doing one thing and you're doing another, that breaks down trust, which makes even more trouble, more challenges. And so talk about a time when being adaptable led to an unexpected success.
Sure. Several years ago, I was going through my own personal transition. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, and that
Okay.
condition affected my retina. So as I was going about through my career, I began to see some changes in my vision,
Mm-hmm.
and that really culminated into some visual loss. And I really didn't share that with anyone. I was just
Right.
rocking and rolling my career. People didn't know what I was going through. I was adapting, and I was shifting at the
Okay.
same time. I really knew how to navigate it,
Mm-hmm.
without it really being noticed. But the thing that I learned as I look back over that, and
Mm-hmm.
how resilient I was,
Uh-huh.
how courageous I was, it it gave me the compassion, even more compassion,
Mm-hmm.
in serving, um, the clients that I was called to serve within corporate America and outside of corporate America.
Okay.
It also, helped me to learn to see things beyond 2020. And I
Okay.
think that's important for leaders. Sometimes we can't see, what's going to happen. We can have the vision for it, but we don't know what's
Hmm.
going to come about in the midst of sailing through.
Right.
So we have to learn how to be resilient, how to be adaptive and the shift. And so I think that for me, that showed me who I was and showed me how to show up as a leader and
Hmm.
take ownership of my own self. And so that I can help
Absolutely.
others sail to wherever it is that they desire to go.
Absolutely wonderful, Cherie. I love that when you said take ownership and navigate my own sail. I love, love, love how you say that. That means that that just that analogy right there kind of sums it all up. Is we as women, we're dealing with different things on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And things like you said, comparison and
Mhm.
things like that are like my daughter told me one day. She said, my comparison is the thief of dreams or something, she said to me. And I said,
Yes.
oh, I like that. That is true. And
Mhm.
so it's important. I love how in reading the website, the reading your website and your message on your website, how it really, you can really look at the information on there and kind of feel that energy that we all need,
Yes.
to whether it's healing, how we heal, how we adjust as women, as mothers, as sisters, as daughters, as business owners, or whatever that looks like to you. But how we adjust, how we adapt, and in doing so, how we really need to make sure that up top it's critical that we're taking care of ourselves, right?
Yes.
Because it's so critical, that it sounds like a cliche, but you can't pour into others what you don't have.
Yes.
You can't, it just is not possible. And so I love your message. I want others to, I want to know, want you to leave something with our audience. I'm going to drop your website down here,
Okay.
and you folks will be able to see tidbits of this wonderful show. Cherie's energy is just, you wouldn't, I know you can see it just from her beautiful smile, and her aura. And I I reached out to her on LinkedIn, and when we first chatted, it was like
It
friends
felt like we were
reconnecting.
sisters. It did.
So I want you to share with our audience, share something with them, leave them with something that they can hold on to.
Sure. First thing, what I want to do is challenge women leaders to look at balance differently. Balance to me suggests a rigid 50-50 split. But I want you to consider work life harmony. And harmony
Mm,
is about that fluid integration of success and your well being. And that looks like knowing what it is that you want, having a vision for that thing that you want, and aligning that vision with your core values and being true to yourself. When you can do that, you can show up for yourself in a whole new way. It's like seeing things with new eyes. And I want to challenge you to do that today. Not balance, but honey, harmony.
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 Harmony. What a beautiful word to describe someone's life. Harmony. It's gonna always be challenges, but you got to be able to find the harmony in there, right? And it
That's
takes some challenges. It does take some work, but I believe it's worth it. It's worth it because, again, we can't pour into others if we don't have it. And
right.
so many of us fall by the wayside, um, trying to look like we have this harmony or have these
Yes.
different things, and we really don't.
That's true because we're spreading ourselves so thin. So it's
Mhm,
really about releasing too,
mhm.
letting go some things that really don't serve you and who you are and where you desire to be.
Amen. 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 Shri, thank you so much for joining us. I have gained a sister. I don't
Yes,
know when we're gonna meet, but we're gonna meet in person.
for sure.
Okay. Some but we're gonna stay in touch. And I want those that are viewing this, watching the replay, make sure you put replay where you're watching it from. And go and look at her website. Look at Cherri's website. Look at the info, the energy that just look at them. Look at her website, and you'll see she has great information on how we as women leaders, can build harmony in our lives, and how you can work with Cherri as well.
Thank you, April.
So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having you on the show again.
Yes, it's been
Blessings,
wonderful.
blessings to you. And we're gonna chat again.
Okay, now.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me. I truly appreciate you.
Thank you. Much
Folks,
appreciated.
make sure you drop where you're watching from. Drop your questions below and head on over to her website. Cherri's website is in the comments. So you go ahead and click on there and see how you can work with Cherri. I keep saying Cherri. So you can work with her and
Yeah,
you
and
become
I
an
have a
interview.
free gift too. There's a free offer there. It's called Mastering the Art of Saying No. It's for women leaders.
All right. Okay, folks. So be sure to go and jump on over there and be sure to comment below. And thank you, thank you, thank you again. I look forward to us doing this again.
Yes.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to you, sweet. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Those that are watching, don't forget you can follow us on Offer HR on Instagram, Offer HR Business Solutions on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And we got some goodies coming up at the end of this month. Yeah, this week. And April is going to be a phenomenal month. So listen, be kind, stay safe, and don't forget, business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Until next time, everyone, have a great Top Talent Tuesday.